Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do Ultraverse Nightman, issue number 6, Malibu Comics. So yeah, we're doing a Malibu Ultraverse uh, comic review again. I picked this because I'm a fan of Kyle Hotz's art, and at that time, with a lot of comics, I wasn't into certain artists or writers or even characters. And I must say, I'm really not even a big fan of Nightman. But picking up a couple of comics, I thought, this is way more fun than I had than I thought. So I thought to myself, let's make a review about this and see if it lands with people or not. So okay, we see here our hero. Oh, it's drawn by Kyle Hotz and written by Steve Englehart, by the way. I'm not all too familiar with these characters yet, so I have to figure that out. And so it seems that he is working out, and he says, "Last night I played the blues. This morning I pump iron. But nothing can make me forget ghosts." Well, in a previous issue, he is meeting a villain, and it seems that it was a woman, and he had feelings for her, and he has trouble forgetting her. Also, what I didn't know, he has also shrapnel in his brain. How, still don't know, because I don't have issue. Well, maybe I have issue 1. I have to look for it. Of Nightman. So he's working out and etc. And he's haunted by the thought of the woman that he hates and loves at the same time. And there's a couple of girls coming to him, and he says, "Excuse me, you have a fantastic dedication," among other things. No, really, you can help us a lot. Buy your juice when you get it through. You can tell us your secret. And she says, "Not a chance." And this girl says, "What a jerk, probably gay." And she says, "That's not what I saw in his eyes." So he's, "The harder her memory pulls at my heart, the harder my mind kicks her away. It is in my mind, or the shrapnel is in the center of my mind that drives me now, but my heart still hurts." Meanwhile, somewhere else in, I don't know, California, we see Professor X training the X-Men. That's how I see it. So it seems that this guy has a run-in with Nightman, and he thinks the Nightman stood upon this hind legs, is that how you say it? And sassed me. "You're on my list," the boy said. "He's got to learn who I am. The man who controls his destiny. The man who controls TNTNT." So it seems that TNT had a run-in with the Strangers. I don't have that, but I need to get that. So it seems that these are a group of, I don't know, villains, superheroes, maybe? I don't know. And they have unusual names. They call themselves Torso. He has phantom limbs. Then we have Naiads, Water Witch, Two Gun. He's a samurai or something. And then we have Neuron, who can, I don't know, do something with neurons in somebody's brains. And we have the Tyrannosaurus Rex. In short, TNTNT. Oh, that's so cool. Anyway, so this guy, so Professor X says, it's not it, but you know what I mean. He says, "I'll decide everything. You just remember your paid employees." And he says, "Hey, we shall never forget that your scientists developed our power, sir. But even though we draw your paycheck, we're still the ones doing the fighting." And so this guy says, "And last time you lost the fight and have to move heaven and earth to get you out of jail. Now you're gonna make it up, making Nightman dead." And so it's true that the 5 of us failed to conquer the 7 strangers. That's the team's name, the Strangers, the superhero team. But to be frank, it is insulting to send all of us after one man. So Professor X reminds them that there was another guy in the group, and Nightman make an example of him. So hey, you do as I say. Now get out there and do your fucking job. That's basically how he said it. So he sends them on the way, and as his son is behind him, and he says, "You tell him, Dad." if this Nightman hadn't interfered, we had Mangle back in our lab. Mangle is some kind of an evil guy. When are you going to let me work with you full-time, Dad? You're only 12 years old, guy. You're plenty of time. But you are everything I planned for you to be when I named you Gaius Julius, as in Caesar. Well, that's cool. So Nightman is working out, and basically he also wants to rule the world. So Nightman is working out, and his dad comes in also. And that's a coincidence, dad and dad. And he says, hey, you coming to the gym a lot, haven't you? Well, sure, gotta stay strong, and with shrapnel in my head. But why are you here? I didn't know if you had heard that Scuzzwipe Russell Peters bought the last piece of publicity-owned beach in the city, except for Playland. He's closing in. I don't know what Playland is, but I played Playland maybe in some kind of an arcade, and he's probably the owner of that thing. And so, yeah, he wants to make his son aware, and that... And then Nightman comes home, and he's picking his dress up because he wants to be, I don't know, the absolute master of the night. And he's, changing his costume. Well, Tyrannosaurus Rex is on the lookout for him. And so these people are just find him, and then he's coming, as Nightman. He is... going to a construction site, and it's this Peters guy. And he says, hey, it's an honor, Nightman. I'd like to talk to you, Peters. Sure, but say, isn't that your standard costume, isn't it? There is no standard yet. I keep at it till I'm satisfied. Looks good. I'm a big fan of yours, Oh, good. Excuse me if I don't return the compliment. So he says that he is, I've got to read it. So, hey, Wise, what's the matter? Building on the stretch of public beach. It's not public. I bought it. What gives you the right to take the beach everywhere away from everyone else? San Francisco has a heritage, but every day it's stripped away. And then he has a voice about kill him now. And then, yes, the TNTNT is here. And they want to kill him. So Nightman does a Spider-Man, and he's just, or Batman, and he's jumping away. And so they, these people are just retreating because they're afraid to get, in the way. And he says, get back, boss. The weird samurai's going to shoot. Samurai has a tradition, yes, but are warriors first and foremost. I fulfilled the code in this time and place by training swords for guns. Thus I wage war at a longer distance. That was a really weird dialogue that I tried to emulate. I mean, I wanted to see something Chinese, but then I thought to myself, I cannot speak Chinese at all. Cool. Anyway, so Nightman is meeting up with this phantom limb guy and Torso. And he's engaging, but Torso says, how can you win when you can't even reach me? I create my arms and legs and my mind in whatever form I decide. Whatever form and whatever strength. My will is far stronger than yours. Don't know if that can be true. It can be true. But for now, I got to lose him in the fog. And then he's meet up, they are everywhere, by the way, with this, with the other girl. But meanwhile, these, I don't know, these Water Witch and Tungan is, wait a minute, is that correct? How this works? Wait a minute. Is this maybe an error? Yes, this is an error. Now look at this. So he jumps on all these beams, and then suddenly he's here, but he's still up the beams here, and the Water Witch is using the water to slip, and then he falls down, and then they make a plan to divide and spread out, and that's when he is here in the fog, meeting Torso, and then when he hides in the fog, he gets in the face against this woman. So this is a print error. they switched accidentally the pages. That's okay. I just noticed it now. That's interesting. And so they're having a battle here, and she's touching his brain because that's her power. And he says, "Bye, Nightman. Lousy knowing you. Wait, your brain, it ain't normal. The power's back at me." And she's getting a feedback. And he says, "It's true. It must be because of the shrapnel in my brain." And then he punches the lights out. And then Torso is back. And "You can't turn my powers against me, Nightman. My arms and my legs, they comfort me." Then maybe that's so. I don't know, because these tools are here. He says, "Come and get it, fat boy." And Torso is, suddenly afraid. "I was right. Even though he could reach past the saw, the man who lost his arms and legs fears further mutilation." Look at his face. And "My fist will blast you to Kingdom Come." And he says, "You were saying," well, he's using this blade saw against him, and he's afraid. Amputees feel phantom limbs, and he's managed to make that feeling real. But now it's too real. So he's driving him back. But how can it be? I mean, is that cable that long? Oh yeah, here's the generator, by the way. His limbs are all he has now. He run before he risked them. I don't even have to touch him to drive him back. But with just a little touch in the armor, not even reaching his belly, he falls over in dead faint. That's great. So yeah, he's just tying him up, and then he has this voice in his head again, and that's just the water witch. And I don't know. Well, it's not the water witch, but the water witch is talking to someone, and this someone, I don't know, says, "The Nightman has to die, and I like to be at my hands, but my power should be used to kill more worthy prey. I am a water witch." Oh, okay, so it is the water witch. Trained in the arcane arts and powered by modern science. Who are you talking to, by the way? Who the hell is he? And where the hell is he? And so, I love her powers, by the way. I mean, she feels the movement in the droplets of the fog. That's actually cool. So she turns around and, uses her water powers to blast him. But Nightman ducks, and he has that electrical power, probably mechanical. And he says, "Electricity from my taser shooting back along the stream." Also, and now, well, she is toast. "And it's not hurting me because I'm not in contact with the ground." So only the samurai and Tyrannus Rex is here. And Nightman is using the fog to his advantage. And the samurai says, "Fool! The one thing no samurai ever forgets or forgives is an insult. Dug and weave all you want. Neither fog nor night is proof against lead." So he's shooting his guns, but then he's shooting accidentally Tyrannosaurus Rex. And Tyrannosaurus Rex charges forward. And he says, "My skin is too thick for your bullets." And you think this is Nightman. It's just, the other guy, and clocks him. Nightman comes in, try to do his tasers again. But yeah, his skin is way too thick. And he says, "You beat my team. The 4 best ultras I know. You made a liar out of me." Yeah, in this universe, they don't call them superheroes or supervillains. They call them ultras because of ultra powers. Yeah, I like that. "My tail is part of me, Nightman. A 5th-limbed. Got too cocky, his tail. And it's completely under my control." And Nightman knows he's in trouble, but he stands them for a beam because of the construction side. Tyrannosaurus Rex is stupid. He charges forward. He's smashed into this accidentally, well, because he wants to, hit Nightman, who steps aside. And then all these beams coming down, and he says, "Uh-oh." Yeah, he's now under the rubble, and Nightman assessed the situation. Done. Finished. Tyrannosaurus is trapped beneath the girders. 2 guns. Got a broken jaw at the very least. Torso's calling for someone's help. Neuroines just had a bad flashback, and now it's colder than the deep blue sea. 5 against 1, and I'm the one left standing. He's congratulating himself how awesome he is. And so Peter says, "Nightman, you better destroy my building." And then he thinks, "You never know, Dad. Might be impressed with me after all." All right. And so Nightman is, using his, radio to signal the one that, send the TNTNT. And he says, "This is Nightman on the air from the new location through the radio. I had a little run with the 5 ultras earlier. And he says, the funny thing about life is it goes on. You can be down one night and right up the next. I'm living proof. And whoever sent TNTNT on their hunt must be very down tonight. Maybe he'll be up tomorrow, but not at my expense. Good night all and pleasant dreams. So he's ripping off the radio and just smashing it into pieces. That leads us to the next issue. Yeah, this is a nice, cool one-shot. Well, is it a one-shot? Well, not really, but, I like it. I like it a lot. So I had some fun with this. It's not really the best, but, for just, I don't know, it's got it for $2 or something, or 150. It's cool. Guys, let me know what you think about this. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.